The 9th Annual Transportation Summit was held today in Hearst. Federal, state, and local officials gathered to discuss the Federal Highway Reauthorization Bill. Special focus was given to the transportation issues affecting North Texas, and we know you have felt them. Congressman Michael Burgess will be the keynote speaker. He is here with us right now, live in studio. I want to thank you so much for making some time for us.
Sure, Tracy, thank you.
I want to set something up for our viewers to understand this. One of the big proposals from Republicans in Congress is the American Energy and Infrastructure Jobs Act. It would basically pay for highways, right, by opening up offshore drilling and other projects. Democrats say it's dangerous to pay for highways with revenues from something like that because it's so controversial. Maybe those projects could be stopped midstream by other legislation or legal battles. So here in North Texas, it seems like, of course, there is always construction. You battle it in Louisville, up in that area, coming south at any time. Could and would this possibly speed up some of the work that we face?
Well, I feel that it would. Now, obviously, there are people who have different opinions about that. But look at what we're dealing with right now and trying to reauthorize the gas tax highway trust fund. And this thing has been on life support for the last year and a half since it expired. When the stimulus bill was done, when the president pushed that through in February 2009, I didn't support it, but many people argued at the time that that should have been the highway bill because we were due to reauthorize it then, but it didn't happen. And as a consequence, now they're talking about a 2-year extension. Well, these are big projects. They take a long time in the planning, a long time in the execution, and as a consequence, you've got to have a longer term, I think, a longer term for this bill. A 5-year bill is what's been proposed. Not all of the money can come from the gas tax. The gas tax will fund about $35 billion of the $50 billion that are going to be necessary. The other shortfall, make that up through energy production by leasing lands that are currently not leased and the development and the royalties that are paid for those lands. It's a lot like a user fee in the gas tax because, after all, the energy that's produced in those areas is what's going to fuel the automobiles and trucks on those roads.
Let's talk about the gas situation. You said that energy-efficient vehicles are actually doing more to add to this congestion. Basically, they use less gas, we pay less taxes. There's not enough money for roads. Do you think we should be driving gas guzzlers?
No.
Okay.
And in fact, I'm part of the problem. I drive a hybrid. I get double the gas mileage I did 10 years ago. And that's a good thing because we all are also sensitive to the air quality issues that we face here in North Texas. So that's a positive. But at the same time, dwindling supply of gas tax dollars because cars are more fuel efficient. And as a consequence, we do need to recognize that there may need to be other ways to fund these projects.
Do you see relief here for us in North Texas when it comes to all of this construction and congestion?
Well, the construction is the relief.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's symptomatic of getting to the point where we don't have as much congestion. And were we behind the curve somewhat over the last 25 years? Perhaps so. Is there some makeup going on now? I think that's probably correct when you compare us to other parts of the country. But at the same time, we're growing so fast. You hear the stories about redistricting. We've added 4 new congressional seats in the state of Texas. That means we've grown in population size equivalent to the state of Arkansas the last 10 years. 1,400 people a day are moving to the state of Texas.
We feel it.
On balance, that's a good thing, but yeah, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, we feel that growth for sure. Thank you so much, Representative Michael Burgess.
Tracy.
Thank you very much for your time.